Hello, I'm Nan Simonsen. I'm a nationally board certified health and wellness coach, and I work with a lifestyle medical practice called Blue Zones Health. And I am currently in a program of Dr. Brooke Goldner's called the Autoimmune or Goodbye Autoimmune Rapid Recovery Group. There are a group of us, there are more than 50 of us in her group that registered for a 6-week period called Rapid Recovery because during this period, she has hundreds, well, probably thousands by now, because she's been working it, I believe, for 15 years, uh, as a repeated experience of her own that takes her back now almost 20 years. She had lupus, it was dire. She was 16. They predicted, uh, well, they predicted she'd never have children, that she would have an early death, that she would be on dialysis, et cetera, et cetera. And I've talked about this before. Long story short, she and her husband had a protocol that reversed it, completely reversed the lupus. They experimented with over 100 people, volunteers who would do the protocol, and they would walk them through it and guide them through it. And they found that not just lupus and not just autoimmune diseases, but chronic diseases responded beautifully to this protocol, because the point of the protocol was purposeful overnutrition to affect us at a cellular level, to bring about cellular repair and to strengthen immune function. And when somebody is healed at a cellular level, that means that that inflammation is reduced. They can heal from just about anything, and she has shown that to be the case. So I did her protocol. How many months would it be? In September through the middle of October of last year. That would be 2024. And I just did her rapid recovery. What was the difference? In 2024, I did it on my own using her books, the diet part of it, Goodbye Lupus, the psychological part of it, Goodbye Autoimmune Disease, and then the fun part, making the recipes from Goodbye Lupus, Hello Delicious. And I have seen a turnaround in things I would never have expected to get stronger. And this is the last week of the 6-week protocol. And in honor of that, as I am going through the videos 1 week at a time, every week she has anywhere from 8 to 15 or 16 videos that we can watch that address quite often what we're going through as we're evolving through 6 weeks of changing our habits, in some cases dramatically. And she can second guess it. She is a MD. She's recovered completely, even after having 2 babies, from lupus. She's helped other people do it, but she's also a board certified psychiatrist. So I feel like I had a psychiatrist shoulder to shoulder with me for these last 6 weeks. Did I need one? You know what? Yes, I did. 4 years ago, I wrote Aging Powerfully, and the subtitle is Accept Your Past, Take Control of Your Future. The first about 30 books of this book are a memoir, and they reveal things about my younger years that I thought, once I revealed these things, and then later on, the death of my husband of 40 years. We would have been married now, what would it be? 55 years if he were still alive, but he died of esophageal cancer 15 years ago. And I went through that. And so all of that was simply stated, and those were painful experiences. And I thought, putting them down, thinking them through would have been the end. And that was 4 years ago. I wrote the book when I was turning 70. I'm now 74. And I thought, oh, I'm all done with that stuff. But you know what? I wasn't. I wasn't. And there were things that were starting to come back up that I felt were controlling my thoughts, my emotions, my behavior. And it was made very clear to me by my general practice physician as well as Dr. Goldner that those emotions and those feelings can affect us in other words, that mind-body connection can affect us at a cellular level, just like our food. So I am thrilled that I had the opportunity to take her rapid recovery group. And I'm going to reveal next week at the end of it all my experience with it. So next Tuesday, I will be posting another live video. We will have this coming Friday, just a few days from now. Today is Tuesday, a 8 to 12 hour individual, because there are over 50 individuals in the group. It's a Facebook group, and we will be on a live Zoom call, and one after another will tell what they began with in terms of health conditions, what has cured where they are now, and how they planned to maintain it. And I will stay on for the whole thing. I'll have a earplug in, and I will, not earplug in, but earphones. The funny thing is I bought myself, where is it? I bought myself earbuds, and I still haven't figured out how to turn them on. Obviously, I don't care enough. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to, from one of her videos, use that as a leaping point to make a point. During one of her videos, Dr. Goldner used the analogy of our bodies that need to be repaired, our maybe broken bodies, broken emotions, broken, let's say, mindset that needed to be repaired, but needed to be repaired properly and well, to a Japanese art form called Kintsugi, Kinsugi, no, Kintsugi, Kintsugi. And I put together an outline of comparisons as well as, I'll say, instructions with that as a base, that as a scaffolding for the truism of that art and the truism of healing and repairing our body. And you'll see what I mean. So to begin with, I'll ask the question, and this is all in the essence of embracing the power of repair. What is the art of Kintsugi, and what lessons are there for healing? Well, first of all, it's a Japanese practice of repairing broken pottery with gold. Instead of hiding cracks, they're highlighted, making the object more beautiful and valuable. And she was making that point, and I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like. I think I will. Oh, what happened to my share button? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is one of my favorite colors, so I'll show you that. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. That is an example of kintsugi. Broken pottery, they use a gold and epoxy mixture, a lacquer mixture, and this art form is now being practiced all over the world, but it originated in Japan. It's part of their revered tradition, and it rests in the philosophy of wabi sabi, excuse me, the beauty of imperfection. So I'll stop screen share. So that's what we're talking about as I relate to that. Okay. So instead of the cracks being hidden, instead of the repairs being secreted, they are made obvious, and the object is then considered not only beautiful, but more valuable. It symbolizes resilience, transformation, and embracing imperfections. How does that relate to our body, and how does it relate to, I'll say, her protocol in particular? Our bodies, like broken pottery, may suffer damage, illness, injury, inflammation, autoimmune diseases, emotional traumas, and mental confusion. Just as Kintsugi repairs with gold, we can repair our bodies with nutrition and lifestyle choices. I've spent now nearly 7 years, well, over 6 years, with a lifestyle medical practice that is now called Blue Zones Health, and the College of Lifestyle Medicine that is licensing doctors who are lifestyle medical practitioners. My doctor, the one who hired me for this practice, being one of them. As a matter of fact, he's one of the founders of the College of Lifestyle Medicine and their third president. Specifically dictate the value of a whole food plant-based diet as it relates to lifestyle as medicine. The goal is not just to patch up, but to restore strength and vitality, creating a stronger, more vibrant version of ourselves. So this program isn't just meant to improve our body strength. It's with the understanding of the mind-body connection and the value of having a leading director of the program be a physician and psychiatrist. There is no question in my mind that that the purpose of the healing being all encompassing has been accomplished. We'll look at the nutritional gold of Dr. Goldner's rapid recovery protocol. First of all, they include the right nutrients that act like gold in Kintsugi. First of all, omega-3 fatty acids from chia seed, walnuts, chia flax oil. The flax oil is the easiest to find, and that's cold pressed. They reduce inflammation, and they rebuild us again at a cellular level, at our cellular membranes. The next would be deep green leafy vegetables and cruciferous vegetables. Why cruciferous vegetables stand out so heavily in this protocol? Because they synthesize something called glutathione. And glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant in our body. The value of that is for detoxification, providing micronutrients, and strengthening our immune function, as well as preventing cancers, as well as chronic disease that is so prevalent in our society. Clear water hydration. In other words, hydration at least 96 ounces a day or more. I average about 100, and I'm only 5'2". The value of the hydration at that level is that it flushes out toxins, supports healing, and it optimizes us at a cellular level for complete and maximum cellular functioning. And then raw plant-based nutrition, which provides the cleanest and most bioavailable nutrients for healing. Research shows that up to 30% more nutritional value will be found in raw foods over cooked in general. And then mindset and self-love is a essential part of her protocol. It's what we talk about every day on the protocol. Every day we turn in a log sheet that shows where we are in mood, in um, uh, energy, in pain, in swelling, in self-care, one thing after another, and I'll be more specific next week, is highlighted so that every day we can see our own progress, but we can also see, and this is so important, what we didn't do that was possibly responsible for what we didn't get out of that day of, again, potential healing. And it's very, very easy to forget what it is that we rationalized we didn't have to do, and then to look back and say, oh, and that's the day I was uh, distracted. I was um, disgruntled. That was the day that I didn't feel well. Um, why do we need to fill in the cracks with the right materials? Because just as pottery needs strong adhesive, in this case gold lacquer, our bodies need nutrient density to rebuild. I have my as they say, I cut my teeth in this health space with a lifestyle medical practice and began, and that is at the end of 2018, with a whole food plant-based diet. That's much cleaner than just a vegan diet. In other words, it's whole foods that are as close to whole plant foods that are as close to nature as possible, not a lot of synthesized things like Beyond Burger or Tofurties or things that are still processed but just don't happen to have animal product in them. These are foods that are clean, natural, and full of vital nutrients. And consistency makes a difference. The Kintsugi requires patience, but it also requires patience to heal. I've now done 12 weeks of her protocol, and the protocol is strict. Well, I won't go into all of that, but what I related is the nutritional protocol. It's the omega-3 fatty acids, it's the deep green and cruciferous vegetables, which is a major part of what we eat. Fruit is no more than 25% of the volume of the food that we eat. Hydration is crucial. We write that down every day. If we don't hit at least 96 ounces, the water for that day doesn't count, because the point of it is that with enough hydration, we can detoxify, and it can help not only flush things out of our system, but allow the system enough fluid to do what it's supposed to do. Things don't bog down. Um, and then the healing journey is not perfection. Uh, the cracks tell our story. We do the best we can. We can't erase our struggles, and we honor them as part of our transformation. Physical, mental, emotional, they're all the same, and they all play a big part in our healing. I spoke to my physician when I was looking at going into this program, and he knows me rather well. He was there when I was interviewed as a health coach, and I was working with them within a couple of weeks. And he's read my book, he knows the underlying story. And he was the one who said to me, although I was doing Dr. Goldner's protocol, he was the one who said to me, I think you should do the program, because the program was where I would work more closely with her. And it wasn't about the physical change. And I got everything I wanted in terms of pain relief and the inflammatory markers to go into a normal non-disease level framework. But it was so much of the thought processes affecting the body's responses. In other words, just hair trigger reactions to things that could have been part of old tapes that we didn't even know we had in the system, becoming part of our physical entity now without any idea on our part that they had the power. And that is, he seemed to know that. And it turned out he was 100% right. And of course, it's much harder to quantify my saying to you that the time invested, the income or the expense of the course was so much worthwhile, because I don't have the 15 pounds to loss to show for it. I don't have lupus that's turned around, but I am at 74, I believe, healthier than I've ever been in my life on all levels. I can say that. In some ways, a repaired body and mind is stronger than it was before. When we give our body the right fuel, it doesn't just survive, it thrives. Healing through nutrition restores function, energy, and resilience, just like Kintsugi turns broken pottery into art. It also there are lessons that we've learned. Our body and our treatment of it can become dependable for decades if we treat it properly and give it what it needs. It wants very badly to heal. So, in closing, you're a work of art. I'm a work of art. Your body is an incredible, or has an incredible ability to heal. You just have to give it the right tools, embrace the cracks, fill them with nourishment and mindset tools, and it will emerge stronger than ever before. Just like Kintsugi, your healing journey makes you more powerful, not less. And as I said, next week, after we have our 7 to 8 or 8 to 10 hour checkouts with people in the group, I'll have a even more concise story about the healing that has gone on in a 6 week period of time, to show you what's possible and what is at your fingertips, with free videos online as well as a couple of books. I'll share what my takeaway is and what my remarkable experience has been. In the meantime, consider reading the books. More importantly, consider just taking care of yourself with the basics of lifestyle as medicine. They include nourishment. I highly recommend a whole food plant-based diet, or as many whole food plant-based meals in any given day as you can get in. Enough sleep. We have to have at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. Much less than that starts adding up to ill health, not good health. We need stress management. We need a way of relieving stress, and that's where self-care comes in. A long warm bath, a massage, reading a book, sitting down and putting your feet up just a couple of minutes during the day. And it's not just what it would be taken as by most people, self-care, you're just indulging yourself. I consider part of my self-care a routine I have almost every morning, and that is a bike ride in nature along our river bottom trail, because I feel the air around me. I see the beautiful light in the morning, and I'm moving my body in a way that feels so good and energizes me. That's also self-care. That's part of the log sheet as well. So it's meditation, it's journaling, it's movement, and it's appreciation, and it's gratitude. All of those combine, in addition to movement, food, sleep, stress management. We need community. We need other people in our lives. Any way you can bring that about. People you can love, people who love you, just connection, even if it's just micro moments of love that you get by being out, acknowledging people, paying attention to them, small conversations where you're really connecting. Even that can lighten your load. That's all I have to say about this. I appreciate your being here. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It does help support our message going forward. In my book, I noted my mission being, and that was turning 70. Now I'm 74, and I intend 1, 2, or 3 more decades ahead of me, God willing, of good health. And I'll do what it takes to get there. And this is part of it. And I hope you've learned enough to maybe adopt some or all of it. Have a great day. I know I will. Bye bye.